This is a video about an anime YouTuber that committed horrific crimes. I've heard whispers of this, and I never really knew anything about it, and I feel like now I need to get the full details, because it's about a YouTuber, so it hits a little bit too close to home. Anyway, we're about to find out about the YouTuber turned family annihilator. That's a crazy title.
This is just an update video to let you guys know that I'm going to reward myself with probably a 2 or 3 week break coming up here from YouTube videos, anime reviews in particular. I might do some blog stuff. I want to thank you guys a lot for sticking with me and watching the channel. I got more subscribers than ever. I have more views than ever, and everything is
Bro, it's background
really
audio.
And I'll see you with some blog videos. Thanks for watching my channel.
So this is a channel very much like JCS. It's called Explore With Us, and they do a lot of true crime related stuff. And I've wanted to learn about this for a long time now. I think this is the best video to learn about it from.
YouTube, before terms like influencer or content creator were in wide usage, there was a more homemade and free-form feel to the platform. Scripted videos were generally amateur comedic skits, shot in a lo-fi style on home cameras with light-hearted content. But sometimes the content took a darker turn, and sometimes the creators themselves went down shady and sinister paths.
Okay, the way they're narrating this, they're narrating it like that was a common occurrence. It wasn't as structured as it was back in the day. Sometimes they would turn into murderers. Like there was a 5% chance you would immediately just start murdering people. Having been a content creator, I've had my main channel since 2011. Not quite like that.
What is up, Iwu crew? Today, we're looking at the rise and
Such a
fall
name.
of Mr. Anime.
Bro, the
aka
first time I heard this, I thought they were talking about Joey the anime man. I was like, oh no, not Joey, he's lovely, what's he done?
Trey Eric Sessler. Trey was an early YouTuber who enjoyed a wide following across the platform, creating anime reviews and comedic skits. As Trey's popularity across YouTube grew, his videos took on a darker edge and tone. However, no one could have predicted what was actually going on inside his head, or the horror that would take place on the morning of March 20th, 2012. Now, let's get into it.
Why does he look like a criminal already? Because, I don't know, he's a white guy with a gun. They always look like criminals,
Trey
honestly.
Eric Sessler was born on August 3rd, 1989, to Rhonda and Lawton Sessler. His older brother Mark was born 4 years earlier in 1985. They were a typical family with an average American home life, with Lawton working as a local elementary school teacher and Rhonda working at the local newspaper, the Waller Times.
Oh my god, this is like the quintessential middle America family. It's like mom's got a respectable job, dad's got a respectable job, they have a nice home, they got 2 kids, maybe a white picket fence as well.
Lived together in a one-story ranch-style home in Waller, Texas.
Oh, this is so American. Oh my
However,
god.
Trouble within the family home reportedly started after Trey dropped out of college and was unable to find employment. Trey described himself as a NEET, which is an often derogatory term, meaning not in employment, education, or training. Allegedly, he often clashed with his dad over the fact that he did not have a job. Tara Sandoval, who knew Trey since 6th grade, described him by saying that at school and in college, he wasn't in the most popular crowd. He had a small, tight-knit circle of friends who were also interested in anime and films, just as he was. Tara said, he wasn't a social butterfly, but if you approached him, he was so nice. Yet, Trey's aunt, Wenda Frierson,
Christ, the bass on that, man. Yeah, it looks sinister. It definitely looks sinister. I mean, I feel like they pick and choose pictures very, very, very specifically so they can portray a certain, like, way of seeing this person. But yeah, you know, he looks evil. Knowing what you know after the fact, of course he looks evil. Any picture that he's in is gonna look, like, not right. It's gonna look a bit off because of the person that you know what he's already done. It's never gonna be like, oh, he's a nice kid.
She said, I'll have to admit, he was quite strange, but naturally, I wasn't going to tell Trey's parents that he acts peculiar.
Yeah, her kid's a bit of a weirdo. What? No, it's fine.
His father was a very private person and never really discussed him with me at all. She also reported that she believed he was on some kind of medication for a health condition, but didn't know what it was exactly. On September 14th, 2006, Trey Eric Sessler registered his LensCap Productions account on YouTube, and his persona, Mr. Anime, was born.
Why do I feel like if he was just like a normal human being and didn't do crazy crimes and murders, he probably would have been like a super famous YouTuber? Someone that was around from like the original OG days with the name like Mr. Anime? That sounds like someone who would actually like still be relevant to this day if he wasn't a psychopathic murderer.
YouTube was Trey's outlet from the pressures of the real world and his real life, where he could talk about his love for anime and interact with like-minded people across the internet. Online, compared to the odd and eccentric way Trey was perceived by some of those around him in real life, Mr. Anime was known for having a down-to-earth, straightforward, and relatable personality. This contrasted with many popular YouTube personalities at the time, who would often have exaggerated characters as their channel hook.
Wait, at the time? Oh no, there's never exaggerated characters as a channel hook now. No, that doesn't happen anymore. That was a product of decades ago. Nope, not now.
His straightforward way of talking to the camera while eating a snack and chatting about anime is recognizable in 2021 as something we might see from a streamer on Twitch. But it was uncommon in 2006. And gave Mr. Anime his
2006? That's a year after YouTube opened. This is when people are just posting videos of like Keyboard Cat. And in fact, I think Keyboard Cat didn't come out until after this. This is the progenitor. This is like the OG of the OG.
Among the community.
There it is, Evangelion. And right off the bat, I gotta say that I really love the box it comes in. I mean, look at this. It's hard 10 individual DVDs. I mean, this is probably one of the best box covers I've ever seen.
With 323 videos and his popular Mr. Anime Reviews series, Mr. Anime commanded a small but dedicated audience, with over 1 million views across all his videos.
1 million views in 2006? That is insane. That's the equivalent of having like 1 billion views today. Inflation on views has been insane on YouTube. Having 1 million views, I don't even know anyone else that had 1 million views.
He is acknowledged
in 2006
an interest in anime across the platform.
Bro, why is there so many pictures of him with guns? Why do you have to hold the guns like that? Bro, poor trigger discipline as well. I am a white British man. I don't know a thing about guns. But even I, in my tiny knowledge and my pea brain with my double brain cells to rub together, can understand that you're not supposed to have your fingers on the triggers like that. You have them off the trigger because guns are dangerous and they can hurt people.
Many in the early anime YouTube community crediting him with giving them the confidence and inspiration they needed to create their own videos about the anime they enjoy.
At gunpoint.
Mr. Anime was widely known across the internet, and even users who did not watch his videos still knew of the Mr. Anime Reviews character and series.
Now, some of you may say something like, Mr. Anime, please give any Astro a break, you know? But no, if it had given me a break 100 goddamn episodes ago, it wouldn't be a problem. But the show keeps going, it's just not.
I feel like there's definitely a space in the industry for a mukbang anime reviewer that just sits down with like a plate of spaghetti and just goes, listen, that new My Hero episode. I don't know what Deku thinks he's doing, but just some fucking good spaghetti. I don't know what Deku thinks he's doing. He's been a massive idiot. Hold on, Bakugo needs to slap Deku.
He gets annoying. Naruto never dies. In the movies, he never dies. In the manga, he's still not dead.
Oh, spoilers, bro. I don't know what he's talking about.
He would often write and star in his YouTube skits with his brother, Mark, who he was incredibly
close to. Bro, it's another gun picture. There's every single picture of him is him looking off camera, holding a gun.
And described as his best friend. Trey also made videos where he spoke with the camera frankly about his opinions, including one where he shared his fears around the rise in mass shootings across America.
Oh, wow. Well, that makes sense.
Hey, everybody. Season 2 here, and today I'm ranting on something a little bit, right? Yes, I'm ranting on something a little bit anime unrelated. I'm ranting on all the shootings that have been happening. I'm a firearms owner myself, but it is a little bit disturbing to know that you could be a victim in something like this at these times. All the people that were victims, you think it won't happen to me, but sometimes it does. But seriously, every day I open Yahoo, I'm like, well, time to see what today's shooting is, and
this is the kind of mindset where he's like, I don't want something to happen to me, so I'll do it first so that it doesn't happen to me. He tried to do like a preemptive strike on mass shootings in America.
Another one. So I don't know when it's gonna stop. I think it's just why?
Also, this is crazy that in 2006, people are walking around like, I think there's a problem with mass shootings in America. Fast forward, what is it, 16, 18 years? Fast forward 18 years, people come down and be like, guys, I think there's a problem with mass shootings in America. Nothing has changed. But, however, there has been a lot of thoughts and prayers. So, to take the good with the bad.
In that video, he said it was unnerving to believe someone could be the victim of a violent shooting at any moment. As Trey continued his videos throughout the years, they slowly began to become darker in tone and content.
You show his feet. He fell in mud. It's funny. And there was a little girl who was trying to follow us, and she almost fell and broke her neck, and I would have filmed it, showed it to y'all, but then I would have helped. Not like most cameramen where they keep filming accidents and they don't help. But yeah, that's the reason I can't bring y'all a review this week, but when we come back, we'll be doing Any Ashes movies 3 and 4, and they're, I think, better than the year round.
Trey changed his regular YouTube video introduction into a stylized edit of him shooting himself in the stomach. In 2011, his viewers noticed the most prominent changes in Trey's behavior. One thing his followers noted was that he started describing how different family pets were going missing, sharing on his Facebook page that they were looking for the family pet rabbit. What his followers couldn't have known at the time was that all of these strange changes in Trey were hints about what was to come.
You are
Oh no, he didn't kill the rabbit, did he?
Leave my place.
No, he didn't kill the rabbit. No, not the bunny.
Internet
Come on, bunny's like the most innocent animal. All they want to do is have sex. They do that and nothing else. They do that and chomp on carrot. They can't even hurt anyone. It's not like a cat can scratch you or a dog can bite you. What's a bunny gonna do? Flick their ears at you? Nibble on your toenails?
Messages began circulating about Trey's conduct offline, with people commenting they had heard alleged rumors in the area local to Mr. Anime about him running around the town at night with a gun, shooting empty buildings, and killing animals.
What?
Some users even reported that they had seen him at night themselves committing these acts.
That's insane. He just runs around like it's GTA and starts shooting random animals. He thinks he's a video game protagonist. I mean, this is what anime does to a man. Too much anime, guys.
Are you going home? Yeah, you're going home.
His alleged alcohol misuse was also rumored throughout this time. Trey uploaded a video on December 11th, 2011 titled "Very Bad News, Please Watch," in which he shared that he had been diagnosed with pneumothorax.
Which
Pneumothorax is a medical term for
okay.
a collapsed lung.
Well, thank you.
Caused when a hole in the lung is leaking air out into the chest cavity. It is unknown what caused
Nice.
Trey's lung to collapse or how collapsed his lung was.
He was
However,
fighting the body.
pneumothorax is normally caused by trauma to the chest. Trey explained to his viewers that he was short of breath, in pain, and not sleeping much at all, asking any of his religious viewers to pray for him to get better. Soon after, in early March 2012, when Trey was 22, he uploaded his third to last video, arguably the most famous video from this case.
Bro,
and
jeez, what is he dual wielding 2 shotguns? What does he think this is Modern Warfare 2? I realize they're really overpowered in Modern Warfare 2, but this is you can't hold a shotgun like that. I know nothing about guns. I'm pretty sure the kickback of firing a shotgun like this would take your head off.
Titled, "Mr. Anime is planning something." In the video, Trey shares that he has some
He called it Mr. Anime is planning something, and his third to last video that he uploaded. That is so deranged. Oh
big
my
plans
days.
coming up, and he will be unable to commit to his usual upload schedule.
Oh wow,
Well,
it's okay.
Hi everybody, it's Mr. Anime here, and I'm recording on my MacBook's web.
You know how everyone always says, oh guys, like I got some stuff going on in my real life. I might not be able to stream or upload for a bit. Everyone's always supportive, like, oh yeah, you know, take a break. It's always important to take a break for your mental health, and don't worry about getting videos out. You know, we'll always be waiting for your videos when you get back. Imagine having that kind of response just to realize like months later that the reason he was taking a break is because he needed to do like mass murder and stuff like that.
MacBook's from like 4 years ago, so the web camera's not that great, so you'll have to bear with me. This is just an update video to let you guys know that I'm going to reward myself with probably a 2 or 3 week break.
To kill my family.
From YouTube videos, anime reviews in particular.
Anime reviews specifically. You're like, I'm not going to be on the right headspace to do anime reviews after I kill my family.
Vlog stuff. I want to thank you guys a lot for sticking with me and watching the channel. I got more subscribers than ever. I have more views than ever, and everything is going really good.
So I guess I'm just going to fuck everything up, and I'm going to do some murder.
I'll probably be putting out some blog videos, like I said, and I hope you enjoy those blog videos. I hope you definitely enjoy
What is a
those.
blog video?
I'll see you with some blog videos.
Do you mean a video log?
Thanks for watching my channel.
Trey uploaded a further video shortly after this, describing that he had found himself his dream job in the film industry, and he was very happy and looking forward to his future. He did not share any further information about which company or what his job role would be, and there has been no evidence that he had actually obtained a job in the film industry. This fact has led many to believe that the job did not exist. A week later,
Why would you lie about that? That's so irrelevant. Why would you do that?
2012, Trey was reportedly binge drinking throughout the night into the morning. At some point in the early hours, he called his mother into their garage.
Oh no, here it comes. She seems so sweet as well. Was she the teacher? God, why is it always the kindly old ladies that get the shit? I don't understand.
There, he shot her at point-blank range 4 times in the chest.
4
Rhonda
times?
died instantly. Trey
4?
later stated in a police interview that this was a defining moment for him.
What the? Really? Really? Do you think it was? Do you think that shooting your own mother 4 times in the chest was a defining moment? Yeah, I think that would turn into a core memory, honestly. I think that that'd be something you remember for like a while, honestly. Do you think so?
In his confession, he stated, "I couldn't just go and tell my brother and dad and tell them I've just killed mom." He was now fully
Yeah,
committed
no,
to his
you
plan,
couldn't.
seeing no way to go back or stop what he had just started.
What was the plan? I'm just gonna kill my family?
His brother Mark, upon hearing the noise of gunshots in the garage, called out to Trey to investigate. Trey went inside the house where he shot his brother in the head.
In the
Hearing all the
head?
noise, Lawton, Trey's father, sat up in bed confused and asked what was going on. Trey stepped away from
Did
his
he
brother,
answer?
who was lying on the floor in a pool of his own blood, and into his parents'
Oh.
bedroom. There, he shot his father in the head twice.
Twice?
In his confession, Trey explained that
Why would you double tap? Oh my god, that's so deranged. Why? What's the explanation? Trey explained. The captions right now says, Trey explained. How do you explain this?
after shooting his
What are you
father
gonna say?
dead in the bedroom, he then retraced his footsteps through the house to ensure that nobody else was still, quote, in pain. Mark,
Wow, that was so good of him.
who
So
had
great.
miraculously survived the one gunshot wound to his head,
Oh
was still
no.
alive.
Oh
He had managed to
no.
crawl into the bathroom and lock the door behind himself while Trey was in the bedroom, murdering their father. Realizing his brother was still alive, Trey broke down the bathroom door, finding Mark, who he had once described as his best friend, curled up in the fetal position on the floor. Trey shot him again in the head, this time ensuring his death. Trey then retraced his steps back to his mother, shooting her in the head also.
What?
Later, in Trey's
Why? What's up with the headshots, man? Jesus Christ. You want to go and make sure that no one was in pain. Like, oh, wow, how considerate of you. That was super nice.
confession, he stated, "The thing about my family is I would protect them with my life, but if anyone were going to hurt them, it would be me."
Oh no, dude. This is what too much anime does to a person. This is literally a quote from an anime villain while he's explaining his master plan to the protagonist. Oh my god. This is literally, you hear One Winged Angel in the background as someone laughs maniacally and says, I love my family and no one can hurt them but me. Bro, watching too much Evangelion.
Following the murder of his entire family, Trey proceeded to trash and destroy the house.
Oh, just for good
He
measure?
flew into a rage and wrecked the contents of his
Was he
family
making an
home
alibi?
and killed all their remaining pets.
Why?
Scrawling confessions and admissions of guilt on the walls, doors, and cabinets.
What does that say? I something forgive my state of something river. It says, I will never forgive my state of mind. No one will forgive me, not even me. You
Such
could just
as,
not murder your
I will
family.
never forgive my state
Oh,
of
it
mind.
says. I tried to decipher
And
it myself.
I love my family.
No, you
Trey then
don't.
fled the house in his 2010 black Ford Mustang.
Guys, love is showing your family appreciation, spending time with them, buying them gifts, and providing acts of service to show that you appreciate them. Love is not shooting your family in the head.
Taking his rifle with him. The police were called by worried neighbors who had heard the gunfire coming from the house, as well as concerned relatives who could not get in contact with the family. As police arrived to the Sessler home at 1 p.m. on March 20th, 2012, they found a message written on the front door. It read, I will never forgive myself. I don't know why I did this. God, forgive me.
Jesus Christ, this is so deranged. That's like a horror game level. You walk up to the door and there's scribblings on the door. That's straight out of a
Police at
horror
the
game.
scene described the house as, it looked like a war zone, a tremendous amount of damage inside. A manhunt then ensued for Trey Sessler, which ended when he was located at a friend's house less than 24 hours later. He was arrested and charged with 3 counts of capital murder.
Capital murder? What's the difference between that and normal murder? Still, imagine Trey turns up at your house. He's like, yo, I need a place to lay low. And you're like, oh man, what happened? He's like, I don't know, I was drinking. You know, I messed up the house a little bit. Like, oh yeah, sound, mate, sound. Yeah, you can chill out here for a bit. The police roll up. Turns out he slaughtered all of his friends and family.
Investigators began interrogating Trey, trying to understand why a seemingly normal 22-year-old would murder his family in such a way. Trey immediately confessed to the killings. The police described his demeanor in the interrogation as constantly changing and shifting. He appeared to
Getting
go
right
back
in the
and
heads.
forth between stoic and matter-of-fact about what had happened, bluntly and unemotionally telling the police in detail what he had done, before he would shift to become frantically over-emotional and upset, seemingly unable to process that he had murdered his whole family. What wasn't clear, however, was Trey's motive for the killings. Through interrogation,
Yeah, literally, like, it doesn't sound like there's any reason that you'd do that. It's like the quintessential, normal American household with the brother that he loves very, very much, and then he just snaps and goes full psychopath and starts shooting folk. It doesn't make any
the
sense.
disturbing details of his full plan emerged. As Trey fled his family home, he drove and parked at the car park of his old school, Waller Junior High. He confessed he planned to commit a mass shooting with the highest body count for the time, basing his intentions around the Columbine school shooting massacre.
Oh, Oh, come on. See, this is why you shouldn't like publicize. Well, you should publicize school shootings, obviously. You don't make a famous person out with the murderer, right? I like what Philip DeFranco does. Philip DeFranco never shows the face or the name of the murderer. He only references what happened and, you know, tries to provide support to the victims. They just want to be famous. What was his YouTube views dropping? He's like, oh man, I gotta do something crazy, get those views up, man. What if I just went on like a mass shooting? That'd probably get the views up. That'd definitely churn some interest up for the anime reviews.
His twisted aspiration was to become the biggest mass shooter, murdering at least 70 people and gaining infamy throughout the country. His plan involved waiting for the Waller Junior High homecoming game, where he would shoot into the stands.
The fact that you have a plan for that is completely insane. I can't imagine sitting in your room at night and planning out how you're gonna murder all those people. It give goosebumps, man. It shivers down my spine.
The ensuing panic and chaos would mean Trey could then shoot and kill as many people as possible before he himself was shot or caught by police. Trey had even been practicing for the execution of his plan. He explained to the police that he had been going out at night around the town of Waller, starting small fires and shooting empty buildings.
What, did he just get bored? He was like, oh man, this game's taking too long to come up. Kinda wanna just kill some people now. Mom!
Trey had been killing his pets and other animals he caught at night in order to prepare himself to take human lives. The internet rumors about his offline behavior were not just rumors. That's
crazy. They never investigated him. They never actually went and arrested him. You could just walk around town. How can you walk around a town and shoot things? And the police, no one reports it to the police. No one does anything. I know America's a big country. Maybe it's just he was in an area where you couldn't hear the gunshots. But gunshots are really loud, right? I feel like if there's someone firing off the gunshots, like someone's got to be a little bit slightly concerned. Like, why are there gunshots in random abandoned houses? What's going on?
Mass shooting.
Oh, it's Texas. It's Texas. That's why. If you walk around and you hear gunshots in Texas, it's like, oh, that's normal. That's like totally fine. It's a totally normal thing. If I had gunshots anywhere in the UK, I am shitting myself. It is over. I am running for cover. I'm burying myself in the ground. No way. No, thank you.
For several years was the motive for the murder of his family. He explained to the police he could not bear the shame and guilt they would feel from knowing that he was a mass murderer. He claimed he killed.
How about we just don't do the mass? Why don't we just not do it? We don't have to do the mass murder. See, in that scenario, everyone wins, right? They don't feel guilty. You don't go to prison for the rest of your life and rot in a cell like you deserve. I think that's an amicable conclusion that we can all come to.
Them in mercy, to spare them the knowledge of the school shooting he was about to commit. When asked why Trey abandoned the school shooting plan and went to his friend's house instead, Trey explained that the murder of his family had made everything too real. Now that he had taken human life, especially the lives of the people he loved the most in the world, he realized the weight of his actions, and he could no longer continue with his sick plan.
He developed a conscience? I mean, I'm glad that he didn't do the school shooting. Not that he could have done the school shooting because he just killed his family, unless that was literally the day of the events, in which case that he would have killed his family and then went to the events and then done the shooting. You just developed a conscience. He's like, oh man, wait, I actually killed them with my several gunshots to the face and head, the 5 gunshots that I loaded into my own mother that had never done anything wrong to me in my entire life and loved me like a good mother would. Oh, wait, she's actually dead? That's crazy.
This was no longer a delusion or a fantasy that he was acting out. The full weight of the situation hit him as he sat in his black Ford Mustang in the car park of Waller Junior High, and he knew that he would never see his family again. This moment of clarity,
he had post-gunshot clarity where he just he like woke up from his little delusion. He was like, oh wait, hold on, this is like real life. Oh god.
A much larger tragedy.
Too much anime.
In Waller, Texas. It was later reported that Trey had a morbid fascination with the deaths of his family, asking interrogators for details about autopsy reports and asking which shot delivered the fatal blows to his family members.
Oh, dude, that's like his little project. That's like it's probably the biggest thing he'll ever do. He's like, oh man, I want to get all the little sneaky deaky details about what I did. He's like, oh, I did that. Oh, that's so gross. That's so disgusting.
He also confessed to police that he couldn't go 2 or 3 days without thinking about committing violent acts. Further evidence of Trey's mental decline leading up to the murder of his family was soon uncovered.
Confine him.
2 weeks before the murders, Trey had called the police, stating that bullets were whizzing past his head and that he had guns and he, quote, was ready. As well, a high school friend who had become a police officer stated that Trey had called him and quizzed him about the legality of body armor for civilians in the week prior. When police searched the Sessler house and Trey's computers and notebooks, they found that Trey was obsessed with serial killers to the point of grading their work and giving them ratings, eerily similar to the ratings he gave.
He graded them? What? Did he give Jeffrey Dahmer like an A+? What? Did he give the Zodiac Killer like an A star because he never got caught? He was like, dude, that Zodiac Killer, that Ted Cruz fella, sublime work. Oh my god, did he grade the Columbine shooter the highest? Maybe.
In his anime reviews. The police felt this serial killer ranking was to help Trey formulate his own plan for a mass shooting, studying which approach would give him the highest kill count. They noticed that he had a particular obsession with the videos of the Columbine school shooting, and Eric and Dylan, who committed the massacre that killed 13 people in October 1999. He had also been studying aerial photographs to help him plan his massacre on Waller Junior High School.
Bro, you could put this much work into anything else. Put this much work in an anime review and you'd be 10 million subscribers and everyone would love you. Just invest this energy somewhere else. Why does it have to go into the murder and crimes?
Trey pled guilty to the murders and was sentenced in August 2012. He was given life without parole and has not appealed or contested this ruling. It is reported that he believes he belongs behind bars. In the years since
Dad, no,
this
he
case
does.
occurred, there have been many rumors circulating around the internet that Trey had at some point taken his own life or died. However, these are unfounded, as he is currently incarcerated under the Texas Department of Criminal Justice at the Jester IV facility. This facility houses 550 of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice's most mentally ill and violent offenders. It is often used as a short-term holding facility when prisoners are experiencing a violent mental health break.
Well, he's just in there for life?
Some prisoners are reportedly held for much longer.
Well, that can't be good for the mental health. I mean, it's obviously good for separating him from other people so he doesn't hurt other people, but I imagine that that's not going to be very good for helping the mental. He's just going to go slowly more insane, more insane, more insane as the year goes on. Damn. I mean, you have to think, like, what's actually worse? Going insane over a period of 50 years, 60 years, where you're just kept in the same area, doing the same thing every day, staring at the same four walls, knowing that you will never, ever get out no matter what, or just, like, death sentence. Not that I particularly think that the death sentence is a good idea, because listen, if you get one wrong, you get one wrong, it's over. I also don't think that the state should be doing murder. I think that that's bad. I don't think the state should just be allowed to like choose who lives and who dies. If you give the state the power to do that when no one else has the power to do that, gives them like the power of, that's like the power of God, right? So I don't think there should be a death penalty at all.
It is unknown exactly how long Trey has been at Jester IV, but he is still currently held there as of March 2021. And
hopefully
internet
still to
comments
this
in
day.
April 2020 also report him as being held at Jester IV.
Internet comments report him as being held at Jester IV in 2020. Internet comments. Is that where we're going off now? If I log on to Twitter and I read a random tweet, it's like, well, a tweet said that I have a big nose, so I have a big nose.
From this, we may assume he could be one of the long-term residents at Jester IV. Trey's LensCap Productions YouTube account was not terminated by YouTube until September 2020, with his eerie videos left up.
What? His videos are still around until 2020? And he did the murder 8 years prior? Can you imagine the person that just discovered the YouTube channel like, oh, dude, this guy's a murderer. Whoa. We need to get this out. Dude, you know what the worst thing about that is? I bet that channel absolutely exploded afterwards as well. I bet that channel got dommy views just because people have such a morbid curiosity about serial killers. In the same way that he did, people have a morbid curiosity about serial killers. In the same way that I'm reacting to this video right now, I guess. It makes you think, but also maybe makes you subscribe to this YouTube channel.